Alright.
See what these hostages say.
Joker wanted the entrance to the Titan
Next up
abduction
on
plant
the
guarded.
docket.
I should pick up Harley's
That's
trail again so I can find it.
I just work here. What good is killing me?
I'm sorry. I thought I was working for Dr. Young. I had no idea Joker was involved until he burst in the lab.
Where is the lab?
Back over there. I always get buzzed through. There's a hidden door, but, well, you know, it's hidden.
I'll find it. Stay here.
I wish I could hear what they're saying, but I don't like the sound of my own voice.
Yeah.
Scares me.
He was like, I always get buzzed in. There's a hidden door, but you know, well, it's hidden.
It's a secret from everyone. That's you know those know your anime references, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me, princess.
Pardon me, princess. That's worse.
Yeah.
It's a Philips CDI game. Hey, I found the hidden door. Imagine that, the door of Harley's prints all over it was the hidden door.
Turn on the find everything button, and there it is. That looks like a bomb.
It's... Yeah, I guess it is, but... It's in no... I don't think they explode ever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, solved in puzzles.
Yep. And there's your door. That looked like it was much further away in the cutscene.
Yeah, it's just... It's right there. The rock wall. They cut deep into that wall. Assuming that's like actual rock and not just, you know, fake facade.
It's probably facade.
Oh, Joker.
So this is one of the more challenging fights here.
Roid boys. Hashtag Roid boys.
Hashtag Royd G Biv.
Ha! 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 I'm laughing because the muscles in my throat have grown sick gains.
Alright, so
from my
when
doping.
can we so you can if they're sufficiently stunned, you can mount them and like fight one with the other.
Oh, that's fun. Meat Mecha.
Alright, here we go.
I go play Rock'em Sock'em Humans.
Yeah, Rock'em Sock'em Mutants.
Playing Bebop into Rocksteady over here.
Oh, Seamus, you were Rocksteady in the Ninja Turtles movie.
Really?
I think he was one of them. It was either Bebop or Rocksteady.
I have to go back and see this now. Was this Turtles 1 or Turtles 2 Secret of the Mutants?
Oh no, this is the new Turtles.
Oh, okay. Okay. Or it could have been. So you mean by new Turtles, you mean Turtles 3. Turtles go back in time to Japan. And they're samurai Ninja Turtles. That's exactly what that is.
This is
Well, no.
the latest boxing match ever.
Yeah. It's just slap fight. Yo, put this on World Star. It's about the caliber of fighting you get on there.
Yeah. And then LaCourse can watch it in his office.
I don't even care if that's not what actually happened. Like, that's just too beautiful. It makes too much sense in my life for that to not happen.
I need that in my life. Alright.
Yeah. One down.
Oh, he got back up, unfortunately.
Oh, it mashed the A button? Come on. Get a star punch on him. You had to dodge it at just the right time. And,
Alright,
you know.
so now we get a hold of chocolate bear hair.
Care Bear stare. The most in the Batman universe. Oh boy.
The most potent. Ow, I just got bitch slapped there. That was not ideal, and it happened again. So I'm gonna try to hop on this guy, and it's not happening. So that didn't work out at all.
Great.
Why can't I?
Great.
All right, yeah, this is gonna have to be a little more tactical in my approach here.
All right, Kurt. Here's tonight's challenge. All right. Give me a cartoon character from any kid show. Like, we're talking like, you know, not even like young adult, like, you know, 7, 8 year old. We're talking like down to the baby shows. And I'll see if I can't try and place it as a supervillain in the Batman universe. I will give you the example. Dora the Explorer. Batman loses his memory, and Dora hides somewhere in the city, and all Batman gets is a talking map that screams obscenities at him.
Okay. I
That'd be
don't think
great.
I have anything
That'll
for
be
that.
just a riveting comic.
From
Almost got him.
my knowledge of little kids' cartoon characters is not up to snuff.
Yeah. This might be ill-advised. Like,
Oracle.
I
Destroyed the Titan
I think the
production
only
facility,
kid shows
but your
I know
mistake
that are
will
like
have to cause us
they're
real
fresh off the
problems.
block are like Caillou,
Using
which
a
I mean you don't even need to
venom
adapt him
create
for
the Titan
Batman. He's
strain.
already just
The plant's
a
the
sick
key,
bastard,
and there's only one person on Arkham Island who can help us.
mentally insane.
Our
And
lives are
like
at risk. Should
Doc
listen.
McStuffins,
I have a
or
sample of
you
a
know
pheromone
whatever the hell
secretary record.
that show
It should be
is,
somewhere in the gardens.
with the very
I'll track it down.
wide-headed CGI children.
There's no way out through this elevator.
No, I got
I'll need to go back the way I came.
go back the way I came, huh? Let's punch through this box. Go punching box. Ugh.
Are you just playing hot and is this just a game of hot and cold?
Pretty much.
Find this pheromone shenanigans.
I'm going to need something to get over this ravine.
Where's the line launcher? Okay, we get call in the bat plane. Drop us a line launcher.
Yay! You don't get to go to the. You don't have to go to the big chest as Batman. The big chest with the dungeon's item comes to you. Now all we need to find is the compass and the big key. Go fight the boss.
This is more of a small chest item. Well, I guess in 3D Zeldas at least, they were all the same. You got the item in the dungeon that helps you make it through the dungeon, and then you just used it to beat the boss also.
Yes. I know they weren't all like that. Some of them are a little more freestyle about that. Which
Sure.
one?
Now I can go find
Which one do you think was like the worst offender about that? Because
Ocarina.
I think it's got Ocarina.
Ocarina or Skyward Sword.
For me, I think it's got to be the Capcom games, like the Capcom Zeldas, because
They were Capcom Zeldas?
there were 4 of them. They were all for Game Boy.
Oh, the
uh,
Oracles? Right.
Yeah, so you had Link's Awakening, Oracle Seasons and Ages, which that was a convoluted ass game. Those, like, to go and finish both of those games, you had to play through it like 4 times, going back and forth between each game. And they didn't have no link cable. You had to put in the code, like the 50 character long code that told the game what your save file looked like. And then you had to start a new game plus. So you went through like 4 new game pluses before you could get to Ganon. between two games. It was some ridiculous, completionist
Yeah,
bullcrap.
I remember because that was I swam for a long time. You have a lot of downtime at your multi-day swim meets, so those games were popular. And I remember that no one, I don't think anyone ever beat them. Like no one could figure out how.
hmm Yeah, I have the strategy guide because my brother and my cousin were like, they were tight, and they both, my brother got ages and my cousin got seasons, and they did the whole shebang. And me being the little asshole little brother, just got to come in and cash in at the end and be like, I don't know how to fight the final boss, but I'm gonna walk into the dungeon. Like I didn't have the sense to actually read the strategy guide at that point. So I walk into the final dungeon and I get lost because it does a thing like the Lost Woods where you walk in and there are statues with eyes that like they wiggle around and then they all point in different directions.
Right.
And you have to go in the direction that none of the eyes are pointing. And I didn't get that as a kid because I wasn't observant at all.
That's a
Right?
pretty hard puzzle too, especially with Game Boy resolution.
Yeah, yeah, it was pretty ridiculous. Like to have to come to that conclusion, but you do it a bunch of times, and I eventually read the strategy guide and I learned how to do it. So you do that, and then you go fight Twin Rova first before you fight Ganon, and it's worth noting that you can go into the boss fight against Ganon without having the Master Sword, which is really fun because the only way you can hurt him without the Master Sword is by using a spin attack. You have to charge up your spin attack and run up to him as he warps around the field, doing Ganon things.
Sounds about right. Yeah, I was more of a. I like the Link's Awakening quite a bit. I played a lot of Link's Awakening DX my youth.
Yeah, I'd never had that, but I heard it was real nice.
Yeah, it was basically a portable Link to the Past.
Ivy.
Oh,
Different story
Yeah,
at least.
why?
Of course, you got. I think it was the first time I was ever like really, other than when I beat Shining Force, like I was ever like saddened by a video game ending.
Why should I? Let Joker have
I want more of this game. Can you please give?
Well, it wasn't even that. It's like, oh, it was all a dream, so none of what I did had any impact on anything.
It was all a dream.
Yeah, I was about to make that reference. I'm like, did I at least used to read up Word Up magazine with Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine?
Only it can counter the effects of this Titan.
Where do
Rap.
I find it?
Oh, and killer
Rap
bombs
battles.
later.
Okay, yeah, and the
You
last
can easy.
the last Capcom one was Minish Cap,
Right,
was-
Minish Cap.
Cell, or I'll-
Wait, did Capcom
Yeah.
do Spirit Tracks?
And
Um, possibly, and then I guess Phantom Hourglass. I'd assume so.
I remember hating Spirit Tracks with a passion.
Both of the DS titles
I need to find a way into
were
the
not
underground
great.
lair. It's
Like I tried playing them, and as soon as I got there and started to play,
I found
and
a
I'm
thing
like,
near the
oh,
door.
you have to walk around Link
There's got to be
with
another way
the
in.
touchpad,
I left guard
and
doors
then-
from the mansion.
then you had to throw the boomerang with the touchpad, and you had a timed dungeon, which you had to do every time.
Great, we get to go to Killer Clock's lair. This is great. We got all these guys grouped up here. They're all feeling confident, like I can't get to them. But bam, blind launcher.
Shazam!
Take them all out.
Right. So I watched the Eric Andre on the subway video again earlier today. What a beautiful piece of comedy.
Which one? The one where he's Fruit Loops?
Yeah, like it was like the compilation of them.
Okay.
So, like I fucking laughed at like I'm the guy from Google. Like, excuse me, ma'am, I'm gonna look at you naked.
Yeah.
Enhance. Man, you got a little bit of poop in your colon. Send me your email and I'll get that out of there. No, I do like the Fruit Loops one though. Which
That's probably my favorite. Eat from me.
commune from me.
I didn't get the job at Fruit Loops.
Oh, New York subway. What a lively place for no one to care about you.
It's, I mean, you have to have that attitude about it, though. Otherwise, it's so much weird stuff happens on the subway. I was back the way. How is that back the way I came? Didn't I have to line launcher across a ravine?
This geometry makes no sense.
Oh, I think, okay, so go up through here, yes. And then we hang a Louis. And, I think we just, yeah. So we just follow straight through here and then we're back on the island. Thank God there's a map.
Yeah.
Wait, can I go straight through here? It
Take
looks
a-
like I can't, so I guess we have to go around the other way.
Take a moment just to celebrate maps in video games.
Yes.
They are beautiful, helpful tools. I wonder what the first game with a map in it was.
That's a good question.
Was it Zelda? I feel like Zelda would have had to be the first one because it was the first like long form RPG.
It'd definitely be one of them, yes. I don't know about... I'm sure there's some esoteric game that no one's ever heard about for the, like, you know, Atari 2600 that had a map.
Yeah, no. Well, I do know Zelda 1 definitely had maps because there was a part in the final dungeon. The final dungeon looks like a giant skull, every room in there, and you just get lost until you find the map, and it's the most horrendous thing because it's just blocks of rooms and rooms and rooms, and every room has 4 exits, or not, and it's just some labyrinthine confusion as to how to get to where you want to go when you have no idea where it is you're actually supposed to go. Zelda, that was like the first freemium game before they even, I guess there wasn't an arcade.
Yeah.
Because you had the game, but it was pretty impossible to play well until you had Nintendo power.
It's not safe to use the grapple. I need to
Yeah,
climb up.
I would definitely have to agree with that. Yeah, that was... Like, you think about some of these things and how they get discovered. Like, I remember I was a bit on the bleeding edge with discovering a few like glitches in KOTOR. And they were like complete accidents, but like some of these things that are like super complicated, you wonder how anyone ever discovered them on their own.
Yeah, and that's my hats off to game testers and game dev people for like having the wits to find this stuff, because some of like the sequences you have to go through for it are ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like, who would ever possibly think of this? It's like a little bit when Nazi Zombies was popular and they started doing like really complicated Easter eggs in Call of Duty Black Ops. It's like, you know, if it weren't for us like having how to activate it spoiled for us beforehand, no one would ever figure this shit out.
Yeah, like I mean, some of them, granted, are easy, like Bethesda breaking those games.
Yeah.
That's not hard, but
They ship to you pre-broken.
yeah,
A feature.
knock him out.
Not a glitch, it's a feature.
All right. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if you watch. I actually haven't watched Akira, but I've seen the opening sequence at the very least, and